Good morning, students. Now, welcome in part 3, part 4 lecture. Real number, chapter 1, part 4 lecture. Now, in continuation with chapter number part 3, I will be explaining about some questions. Now, questions here, question number 1 that I have shared on the screen is that consider the numbers 4 की power n, where n is the natural number. Check whether there is any value of n for which 4 की power n ends with the digit 0. Now 4 की power n means what? That is, if you put the value of n as 1, then what will be the condition? 4 की power 1 will be 4. If you put n value 2, then you will get 4 square, you will get 16. After that, n value is 3, then 64. So you will not get end with digit with the 0, means that is units place as 0. Suppose in place of 4, if I have written 10, then what you will write? 10 की power n, and the factor of 10 will be what? 2 into 5. Now 10 की power n, 10 की power n, if I put the value of n as 1, then 10 की power 1 will be what? 10. 10 की power 1 will be what? 10. If I put n values, n value of n is 2, then 10 square. 10 square is 100. So what you are getting at units place, you are getting 0. So that is the meaning of this question. That is 4 की power n and with the digit 0. So there is a condition that I have written a की power n and factor of a should contain 2 into 2 and 5. That is, if you find out the factor of the number as, that is a factor of 4 will be what? 2 into 2. If I have taken 6 की power n, then factor of 6 will be what? 2 into 3. If I have taken 12, that is 12 की power n, then 2 square into 3 power n. So 15 की power n, that is 3 into 5 power n. That is, here you are getting what? The factors you have, the 2 and 5 is not there. So if 2 and 5 are there, that is, it will become 10. And 10 की power 1, if you are putting 10 की power 2, 3, 4, you will get at the digit with the 0. So 1 marks question may be there. What is the condition? That is, so you can say that if the factor of a is 2 and 5, then only end with the digit 0. Now another question I have taken, that is, find the SCF and LCM of 26 and 91 and verify that SCF into LCM equal to product of two number. So here what question is that find the SCF and LCM of 26 and 11, and HCF all of you must be knowing, that is HCF is highest common factor and LCM is the least common multiple. So first of all, HCF, what to find HCF, what I will do, I will take the prime factors of 26. I will find out the prime factors of 26. So 26 equal to what? 2 into 13. Factors of 91 is what? 7 into 13. So first of all, what I have done, I have calculated the prime factors. After calculating the prime factors, what I see, that is which number is common. That is 13 is common. SCF of 26 and 91 is 13. After that, LCM of 26 and 91. Now LCM of 26 and 91 will be here. What you have to do, whenever you have to find out the LCM, what you have to do, you have to take the all the numbers. That is, 2 is there, in factor of 26 2 is there, but in 91 2 is not there. You have to write take that 2 also. 7 is there in 91, but it is not in 26, so you will take 7. 13 is common, that is 13 13, so 113 you will take. So 2 into 7 into 13, you will get 26 into 7, that is 182. Now LCM of 26 and 91 is 182, and SCF of 26 and 91 is 13. Now you have to verify that. So for verification, what I have to do, I have taken LHS and RHS. I have written LHS and RHS. LHS is what? LCM into SCF. And RHS is what? Product of two numbers. So what I have done here, 182 is LCM and SCF is 13. So 182 multiplied by 13. So you will get 2366. You can check this multiplication. That is 2366 is you are getting or not. But that is product of two number, 26 into 91. Again you are getting 2366. So what you are seeing here, that LHS is equal to RHS. LHS equal to RHS, hence prove that SCF into LCM is product of two numbers. Now, one more thing you have to remember, when you are finding the LCM, LCM is always divisible by the numbers of which you are taking. That is, if I say LCM of 26 and 91 is 182, and if I say 182 is divided by 26, yes, it is divisible by 26. If I say 182 is divisible by 91, yes, 182 is divisible by 91. That is, LCM is always divisible by the numbers of which we are taking LCM. So this is a very important thing you have to remember. Sometime what happened, the 1 marks question may be there in the exam. You have given, the question is that two prime numbers are given to you. Now two prime numbers are given. So prime numbers P and Q may be given. And the question is that find the SCF of two prime numbers. So what you will say, SCF of two prime number will be 1, because if I take an example of the value of P is 2 and value of Q is 3, so which is what is common? 1. So you will say that 2 and 3, that is these two prime numbers are there given to you, and you have to find out the SCF. So what you will say, SCF of two prime number is 1. 1 is the factor of each and every number. So 1 you can say as a SCF. Now suppose the question is like that, find the LCM of two prime numbers P and Q. Then you will say P into Q is the LCM of two prime numbers. Now one more question is there. One question is asked in the exam, that is find the SCF of prime number, first prime number and first composite number. So what do you have to find out? You have to find out the SCF of first prime number and first composite number. So first prime number is what? You will say first prime number is 2 and first composite number is 4. So SCF of 2 and 4 is what? You will say 2. So this is another 1 marks question. This is also very important, and 1 marks question may be asked in the exam. That is SCF of first prime number and first composite number. Then you will say that first prime number is 2 and first composite number is 4. So SCF of 2 and 4 is 2. Now another question. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. You have to say why these numbers are composite. So for now you have to calculate. So yes, so now explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. So what you are doing here, 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13, you are taking 13 common. So when you are taking 13 common, so what is the remainder? That is 7 into 11 plus 1. Now after this, that is 7 into 11 is what? 77 plus 1. So 77 plus 1 is 78. So 13 into 78, what you are getting? Product as 1014. And 10414 is not a prime number. So you will say that 7 into 6 into 5 into 4, 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is a composite number, because number which is not a prime is a composite number. Another question is also there, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. Now here what you have to do? You have to take 5 common. So again, first step is what? You are taking 5 as common. 5 common. Now, after this 5 common, what you are getting? That is 5 common. Next, 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1 is left. Here this one. Again, that is 5. 7 6 is 42. That is, this is 42 I have marked. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1. In next step, 42 into 4 is what? 168. That is 168 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1. Again 168 into 3 is 504. Then 504 into 2 is what? 108. This is 108 into 1 plus 1. Then after that 108 into 1 will be what? That is 108 plus 1 will be 1009. And 5 into 109 will be what? 5 into 109 will be what? That is 5045. So this is the, you have to do the question. So again 5045 is not a prime number. Hence we say that 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is a composite number. So this is another question of exercise, that is 1.2. Again, next thing you have to do after this, what we have, I have explained, that is 2 questions are there. That is LCM of 2 numbers is 182 and SCF is 13 and one number is 91. Find the other number. So this you have to find the other number. So what you will say, let the other number be X. Now given SCF is 13, LCM is 19, one number is 91. So you have to write, we know product of 2 number is equal to product of SCF and LCM. So product of 2 number will be what? 91 into X equal to 13 into 182. So you will get X, how will you find X equal to what? 13 into 182 upon 91, and 91 will go in 182 2 times. So you have cancelled, and 13 to your 26. So other number will be what? 26. I have not written in the last because I have written in the first. What is the X? That is other number is X, and X equal to 26. Next question, find the, and what you have to do, please maintain the copy. That is, in copy you have to copy down all the things that we are doing. So please see that, maintain the copy, and whatever you are seeing in this chapter, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 work, you have to do in the copy. So please see that, no excuse after the holidays. that sir, I have not maintained the copies. So because each and everything, I am also preparing the slide for you. So if you are maintaining your copy, you will get benefit for that. So remember that each student has to maintain the copy. Subject management work I will be giving you in the that is website. You will be getting the practical file work. We are that is you have to complete the practical file. That is one mass practical activities. That is you have to do first 6 activities from mass practical book in copy. And please, if you don't have a glaze, don't use the glaze paper, you can color it, but the figures and all things should be maintained properly. Suppose a question is that uh, two congruent figures, so please see that the figure what you are drawing, it should be a congruent. The one figure is bigger and one figure is smaller, and figure is smaller and one bigger figure is bigger, and you are saying that these two figures are congruent. Please don't do like this. The make the practical files, so that will be your work for subject enrichment. You will get the information on website. So another question is here, find the HCF and LCM of 96 and 404 by prime factorization method. So when I say prime factorization method, I have to find out the prime factors of each number separately. So 96 prime factors of 96, prime factors of 96 you are seeing here. That is how it is going. 96 first divide by 2. That is you will get 48. So after that 48, again 24 is there, then 12. Each one knows how to find out the prime factors. Again for 404, find the prime factors of 404. Again here you can find out the prime factors of 404. I think so each one knows how to find out the prime factors of after that I have written 96 can be written as 96 can be written as 2 to the power 5 into 3. 404 can be written as 2 square into 101. HCF of 96 and 401 is what? 2 square. That is 4. Because 2 square and 2 to the power 5, which is what is common, then you will say that sir 2 square is common. LCM of 96 and 404, then again you 2 to the power 5 and 2 square, which is greater? 2 to the power 5. So that's why I have written 2 to the power 5. 3 I have to take and 101 I have to take. And if I solve this, you will get 96 96. So what you will say that the LCM of 96 and 404 is what? 9696. This is what very simple question is there. If you go to the NCERT exercise, you will get question number 1, find the prime factors. So but here the question is what? Find this question is in the example, that is find the HCF and LCM of 96 and 404. So after that we will move to the next page. Next page, another important question. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point at the same time and go in the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? This question may be asked in different way also. That is, they will say that is traffic lights. That is traffic lights. You have seen that on one circle, second circle, 3 circles, consecutive 3 circles are there. You find all the lights are green. When you move past to that circle, you will find that green signals. That is, all signals are green. So why this all? So the traffic signals are also worked on this concept. That is, both the athletes, the sportsmen, they are starting running from the same point, but the speed is different. That is, it take one. So you have seen that when 400, 600-meter race is there, so athlete they run. After that, starting point is there, same finishing point is there, but the one sportsman takes the lead of one circle, another takes lead of two circle. Why? Or sometime what is we see that all that athletes are at the same point, but they have a different lead. That is, some has one circle lead, or two circle lead, or three circle lead. So this type of question is asked in here. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? So what you have to do? We will find. I have written here. We will find the LCM of 18 and 12. LCM of 18 and 12 is 36. You can find out by prime factorization method, or you can find out by taking 18 and 12 together, and you will get the prime factors of that. After 36 minutes, they will meet again at the starting point. So again, this is the one question. Second question is also there. This is of exercise first question. An army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? So again, here that is we will find the SCF of 616 and 32. We know SCF can be calculated by two methods. One by prime factorization method, or second by Euclid's algorithm. It depends on you by what method you want to find out the SCF. So SCF of 616 and 32 is 8. So you will say maximum number of columns will be 8. So marching of the contingent member, or that is behind the army band, is this. So maximum number of columns will be 8. So this is how the question you can do. Another question is the new that is one new concept, that is 1.3 exercise. Before 1.3 exercise, you must know what is irrational number. Irrational numbers, I have explained in the introduction that what is irrational number. Numbers which cannot be written in the form of P upon Q. You can say that that is number which is not rational. So number rational and irrational number both are that is just you will say that opposite to each other. That is, irrational cannot be equal to irrational. Irrational number cannot be equal to rational. These are the two different numbers. That is when we say rational and irrational numbers are real numbers. So now decimal form, if I ask you what is the decimal form of irrational number, then you will say that non-terminating, non-repeating decimal is the decimal form. That is, it is non-terminating and non-repeating. So decimal form that you have studied in ninth class, but here you must know a definition of irrational number. You can say that irrational number is non-terminating, non-repeating, or you can say that irrational number is what that cannot. You will say that irrational number is a number which cannot be written in the form of P upon Q, or irrational number is a number which are not rational. So this is one thing. After irrational number, we have theorem. Let P be a prime number. If P divides A square, then P divides A, where A is a positive number. This theorem we will be writing in where we have to prove that root 2 is irrational. So this theorem, P is a prime number. Prime number, any prime number you can take. If A square is divided by P, then P divides A. So this is where A is positive integers. So after that, again, now very important question is that prove that root 2 is irrational. Prove that root 2 is irrational. Now very important question, let root 2 be a rational number. Now if they in the exam, suppose it is proved that root 3 is irrational, you have to start the question like this. The way I am explaining, please see that no other method you have to use, because if you are using this method, no marks will be deducted. Some student they use another method and after that they say, sir, if you are using another method, but write properly. Whatever you can use alternative methods in the board exam. It is not necessary that you have to do this by this method. But whenever you are doing the alternative method, please try to write properly and try to explain the teacher all the things what you are doing. That is a very important thing. If we, now what I said, if sometime what the question is that prove that root 2 is irrational. Sometimes they say prove that root 3 is irrational, prove that root 5 is irrational, prove that root 5 7 is irrational. The method of doing this question is the same, but only you, where we have written root 2, you will write root 3. So learn, practice the method the way I have explained. Let root 2 be a rational number. Therefore, root 2 equal to P upon Q, where P and Q are co-prime numbers. I have taken P upon Q as co-prime number. So, what are co-prime numbers? I have explained. Co-prime numbers are the numbers which has 1 as common factor. So, 1 is the common factor. That is, P and Q cannot be further solved. Now, I have to remove the root. So what I am writing is squaring both sides. So you will write squaring both sides, then root 2 square will be what 2, and you will get p square upon q square, or 2q square equal to p square, or q square equal to p square by 2. That is first equation. If then what you will write, if p square is divisible by 2, then p is also divisible by 2. You remember this. If p square is divisible by 2, then p is also divisible by 2. So that is this statement I have changed. In book it is written that is in different way. The statement what I have explained in the theorem, that is different, but some exam student they make the mistake in writing the statement. This statement they make the mistake. So please see that if p square is divisible by 2, then p is also divisible by 2. That you have to write. Now put p equal to 2c in equation number 1. Put p equal to 2c in equation number 1. If it is 3, then you will write put p equal to 3c. If it is 5, then you will write put 5 p equal to 5c. Now in place of p, I have written 2c. Then what you will get, q square equal to 4c square by 2, and q square will be 2c square. So q square by 2 is c square. Again we say if q square is divisible by 2, then q is also divisible by 2. Some student they ask me, sir, why you have written 2c? C is any number. So you can take 2d, you can take 2a, any you can write, but you cannot take 3c. That is a very important thing, because here you are proving root 2 irrational. So if root 2, then you will write that is put p equal to 2c. If it is root 3, then you will write put p equal to 3c. If it is 5, then you will say 5c. So q square is divisible by 2, then q is also divisible by 2. From above, we conclude that p and q are divisible by 2. Next, after that, what you will write? Here, what you are coming to know, that p and q both, but we have assumed that p and q are co-prime numbers. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. But we have assumed that, so from above we conclude that p and q are divisible by 2, but we have assumed that p and q are co-prime numbers. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Hence, we say root 2 is irrational number. Now, you can do the question of this. Prove that root 3 is irrational. Prove that root 5 is irrational. This question you can do, but the steps you have to follow as the previous question. After this I think so. We have completed this. We are on exercise 1.3. So rest questions you will be doing tomorrow in part 5. That is, this is very, so please see that you maintain the copies, and the copies should be maintained neatly. That is a very important thing. So thank you.